सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Fine. After finishing the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we will be entering to the third chapter, which is more important and is called as Karma Yoga. Before entering into this Karma Yoga, I just want to talk to you about the Karma Siddhanta. Lot of us have this question, why good people suffer, or why bad things happen to good people and good things happen to people who are not doing very good things also. This is the common question. Why good people always suffer? This is a question mark always. In this world we have seen, like people who are really leading a very good life, very healthy practices, suffer from diseases which we can't even talk of. And there are children born for a good couple, good parents, healthy parents, physically challenged children are born. Why does this happen? When we just look into the science, there is no answer for these questions. Why? They will be going for regular checkups, everything is organized, yearly health checkup, good food habits, good exercise, but still we see those people get, untold diseases, maybe cancer, maybe a child is born spastic. Why does that happen? And when we look into the medical part, no DNA, no chromosomes, nothing can answer those questions. So for those questions, we can find little solace, little bit of sympathy from this Karma Siddhanta. This Karma Siddhanta, how it happens, how does it work? See, Bhagavad Gita believes in rebirth. So in the second chapter, we saw this 13th shloka. Dehesmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptihi dhirastatra namohyati. This is the 13th shloka of the second chapter. Here it is told, just as this Jivatma travels from childhood to youth and from youth to old age, it leaves the body and goes. It travels, that's all. Once it travels like this, it leaves this body and takes another body. For that matter, dhirastatra namohyati, a bold person, one who knows, one who is knowledgeable, does not worry about this. Meaning, Bhagavad Gita accepts rebirth, reincarnation. So now, who is that travels from this body to another body? There is a dead body there. It can't speak, it can't see, it can't talk, can't do anything. What is that has left the body? That is Jivatma. When this Jivatma leaves and enters some other body, it will It is because it has to enjoy the fruits of the karma phala in the previous janma. Whatever punya and papa we have stored, that fructifies as prarabdha karma, and we will have to live in this janma. You know how much karma we will be collecting in one janma. I think I was listening to one of Puja Bananje Govindachar's talk, and in that he says in one janma we will be acquiring so much of karma that it will be enough for 10 janmas, it seems, 10 births. So like that we have actually collected so much of papa and punya, and it is in store, and that is called as Sanchita Karma. That is the stored karma. When that Sanchita Karma, in that Sanchita Karma is full of papa and punya of so many births. In that Sanchita Karma, few of the papa and punya fructifies and it is ready for the next janma. So there, see, all those things what I have done here, I should enjoy the fruits of it, whether it's good or bad, papa or punya. But my life is not enough for that. So all those things are stored there, and then when it fructifies, it has to fructify or ready to fructify, it is called as Prarabda Karma, and we are born again. When we are born again, we will be enjoying those papa and punya of the previous janmas, and we will be working now also. So we are adding karmas to that again. That is called as Agami Karma. In that Agami Karma, when we are doing those Agami Karmas, we will be again adding papa and punya in this life. Some of the papa and punya we acquire, we will enjoy it now, and some of them will join the Sanchita Karma again. It will go to the deposit. Those fixed deposits like thing, whenever it actually matures, we will be having one birth. See, when we do karma in this life, we get two types of phala. Like, one is called as drashta phala and one is called as adrashta phala. Drashta phala is what I can see, what I expect, that is drashta, what I can see. Adrashta phala is that which I cannot see. Adrashta, the very meaning of adrashta is different. We have 2-3 meanings. One meaning of adrishta is luck. Another meaning of adrishta is destiny. Anadrishta we say. Another meaning of adrishta is unseen. Adrishta, unseen. Like, I'll tell you an example. Like, I want to cross the road, catch a bus and go to the office. This is my karma, what I have to do now. So I will cross the road, catch the bus and go to the office. That is what the karma phala I can see. I am able to see this. Just think, I am about to cross the road, the bus passes away. That phala I didn't know. That is adrashta phala. I am ready to cross the road. One of my friend comes and picks me up in a car. That is unexpected. That is adrashta phala again. Or the worst part, I am crossing the road with all precaution. There might be a lorry or some heavy vehicle which will come and dash me. I may go to the hospital. But my karma was what? I have to catch the bus and go to the office. This was my drashta phala. But this adrashta phala, I didn't know that these things would happen. So in our life, whenever we do any karma, not only this crossing the road, any karma we do, there is drashta phala and adrashta phala. So drashta phala we know it is this, but adrashta phala we are not able to calculate. So in this life, whatever karma we do, the results we get is unknown. That is why Krishna says, Karmanyevadikaraste, you have got right to do the work, but not on the results. And in this life, suppose in that Sanchita Karma, that is whatever we have acquired and collected and stored in that karma, few Papa Punyas are ready, and then they are ready for us to enjoy, fructify. So when I take a birth, when so much of karma is given, it may take 30 years for me to exhaust the karma. So 30 years life I would be given. Or there may be so much of karma that a lifespan of 80 years is given, and you have to live there for 80 years to enjoy that karma phala. That is how the lifespan is decided. That's what the Shastras say. In this Prarabda, that is called as Prarabda Karma. From Sanchita Karma, just think that I have got Prarabda Karma, which I have to enjoy here. And that contains something like 60% of Punya and 40% of Papa. Now a question arises, if I am born just to enjoy the Prarabda Karma, what is the use of my self-efforts? Should I do that or just enjoy those fruits and go? Then comes this Agami Karma. Suppose from the Prarabdha Karma, I have been given 60 and 40%, 60% of Punya and 40% of Pala to enjoy. That means 60% of happiness and 40% of suffering. By doing the Agami Karma, good deeds in this life, I can increase my happiness or the Punya Phala from 60 to 80 and reduce my Papa Phala from 40 to 20. That is the self-effort which we are going to do. So, we have the Prarabdha Karma, whatever is there will come to us. This Purushartha, what we call as self-effort, with that self-effort we can increase our Punya or increase our Papa. That is in our hands. So, now when from the Sanchita Karma, when that Prarabdha Karma comes, if it is totally 100% Punya Phala only, we will not be enjoying that on this earth, on this human life, in this human life. If it is 100% Punya, that Punya will be enjoyed in the Swargaloka. And if it is 100% Papa, it will be enjoyed in Naraka. So, in this human birth, we will not be able to see anyone who is 100% happy or 100% suffering. It is always in a ratio of 50-50 or little that side and that side. If they are happy for 80% and 20% suffering, or 20% happy and 80% suffering, it depends upon the Papa and Punya which it has come to them. So now karma becomes important because we will be enjoying the Papa and Punya Karma of the past birth, and we will be adding the Karma Phala of this life also. That is Agami Karma. Sanchita Karma is the stored karma. Prarabdha Karma is the karma which is ready to fructify. Agami Karma is the karma which I am doing now. The addition of the karmas in this life. So all these karmas put together, I don't know what result I will be getting out of that. That is why in the previous, all our elders would say, do good, you will get good things only. Always you do. And in one shloka of Bhagavad Gita, so how do we know that we spend our punya in Swargaloka and come back? Where is the proof? Yes, in Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 21st shloka, it says, Te tum bhuktva swargalokam vishalam kshine punye martyalokam vishanti evam trayi dharma manuprapanna Gatagatam kama kama labhante. Meaning, once the punya is exhausted in the Svargaloka, you will come back to the karma bhumi. Meaning, he will come back to this Martyaloka and then he will get into this samsara chakra. So after this, so that is the reason I told that only in particular janma, if the fruits of the punya are to be enjoyed, it will be only in the Svargaloka. And if only papa has to be enjoyed, it will be in the Narakaloka. Like I have done so much of mistakes and so much of papa is pending and I'll be pushed to Narakaloka, and there I have to do enjoy all my punishments and come back, like finish my punishment. It's like going to jail, finish off your punishment and come back and then start the regular life, human life in this birth. So that is how the karma Siddhanta explains the life and death. And now there is one question: if I am in this life, if I have done some good deed that or some bad deed which had to fructify, and at the hairline finish, I would have left my body, then what happens? Will I get those fruits in the next janma, or I have to wait for so many janmas? For that also Bhagavad Gita says one shloka, which is in the 9th chapter, no, in the 6th chapter, 43rd shloka. In the 6th chapter, 43rd shloka. So what happens if I have done so many good things here? What will happen in the next janma? So there he says, Tatratam buddhi sanyogam labhate paurvadehikam yatate chatato bhuyaha samsiddho kurunandana. Meaning, whatever you have done in the purva janma, that will fructify immediately. And from whatever you have done in the previous janma, from that point only you will be continuing your sadhana in the next janma. That is why we see this child prodigies, we call them, no? We have seen so many children at the age of 4 or 5. I think very recently there was a child called Pradyumna or something of ISKCON. He chants the whole of Bhagavad Gita. He is just 5 years old. And I think the interviewer on the TV was asking him, what do you want to become? He says, I want to become Shuddha Bhakta. Shuddha Bhakta, 5-year-old child telling Shuddha Bhakta. That was fascinating. Like that we see so many children in music, in dance. How can they master those things at that young age? We had one boy named Kautilya also who could say so many things at that age. So these child prodigies, even Shankaracharya ji, at the age of 9, how could he get this thought of sannyasa? When you are not seeing the world at all, he is thinking of sannyasa at that age. So all these child prodigies, what happened? That is Purva Janma Samskara, we'll call it as. That is one more word, we call it as Purva Janma Samskara. So all these things are linked in this karma. And from this Sanchita Karma and Prarabda Karma and Agami Karma, we don't know what happens when. We don't know. We don't have the rights on the fruits of the karma. Now let us come back to our story which we started. Why good things only happen to bad people, or why good people suffer? In this life I am doing good things. I am getting the drashtaphala and the adrashtaphala I don't know. Why this spastic child or a physically challenged child is born to such good parents? We don't know. It is the karma of the child to be born in that beautiful house, and it is the karma of those parents to take care of the child. We don't know which karma, of which janma it has come. So nowhere there is a clear picture of 2 plus 2, life is not there. So it's a common or a general advice given by all the gurus, all the elders, all the scriptures, that keep doing good karma only. Keep doing good karma only. So this is something which I wanted to share with you about karma. And what exactly is karma? What is that we call as karma is, I am doing some action with the doership, and I claim I have done this. That becomes karma. When there is this I thought and there is an action done, that becomes karma. The doership plus action is karma. If there is no doership, I don't own that, and I am not doing the karma. See, when the eyes blink, there is no I-ness. It just happens. When the heart beats, there is no I-ness. When the wind blows, there is no I-ness. So all these things are not accounted to karma. But when I shout at somebody, there is the ego which comes and says, I am shouting. If I am do something good to somebody, I do some dana, there is I-ness, I am doing. All these things are accounted to karma. That is why elders and the rishis, they say, always keep going, doing good and only good. So that those punya, whatever you would have acquired, will lessen the prarabdha karma in this life and in the future life. I sow a seed of mango, I'll get mango. If I sow a seed of neem and think that I should get mangoes and govas out of that, I can't get. So the seed I sow here, the karma I do now, is more important. This is what is broadly explained in this karma yoga, which is very important for us. So this class, I will not start the chapter immediately. Let us discuss on these points so that it will just settle in our minds nicely. And next week I will take up the chapter Karma Yoga. I just wanted to share this Siddhanta, Karma Siddhanta with you all.